Find a roommate that's gonna eat your ass. Social media really got y'all minds fucked up. Because why would it be a problem to go 50-50 with your man? You are literally paying 100% by yourself. So if you have a man that's willing to go 50-50 with you, that means you're saving half of what you've been spending this entire time. And please don't hit me with the, oh, if I wanted to go 50-50, I'll get a roommate. Find a roommate that's gonna eat your ass. You gotta think.
Yeah, I love when I make deliveries at hotels or at buildings and there's like a security guard right there. And it's, of course, the opposite sex. And he looks at me like a deer in the headlights. Right. It's like he ain't never seen nothing like this before. It is so funny. It's so funny. But my question is, why don't you say anything? Why don't you ask me out on a date or something? Why are you staring at me like you just seen a star, a famous person? Okay. I don't understand that. Like, shoot your shot, sir. Shoot your shot, sir. Don't be afraid. You can do it. You can do it. You might get it, you might not. But that's life. Don't be afraid.
No protection from the men. Right now, if men didn't protect women, y'all could walk out in this street and get rid. No one can stop it. Who's gonna stop it? Men keep other men in check. That's why it's sad that women talk so low to men when literally women wouldn't have anything if men decided we're not going to give it to you.
Damn.
Men lower themselves to raise women up. Because if a man decided that he wanted to just continue to oppress you, what could you do to stop it? If men collectively said, we're going to continue to rape women, we're going to continue to keep women in the house and barefoot and pregnant, what could women do to stop it?
Nothing.
Thank you, dear.
That's a fact.
So men should be looked at a lot better than they are because we're looked at as horrible people and we're literally protecting and building society.
This is what I keep on saying. If men decide to flex their strength, what are you going to do about it? There's already videos. I think there was a video where, like, literally, and I'm not joking, 8 to 10 women jumped on a man, security guard. The man had to have been like maybe 5'9", 5'10". I'm not 100% sure, but the man he's a pretty good size. He was throwing haymakers, all of them haymaker. I mean, they were hitting him, but it seemed like it wasn't working. And then he really turned his sights on one woman, and that was the end of that. I mean, he started teeing off on that woman. That poor woman just had to sit there and, like, you know, when they just open your mouth and they just start dumping alcohol or water down your throat, that's what those haymakers look like. I'm not joking.
He didn't invite you over. Okay. You went over there yourself. Okay. And when you went over there yourself, what did you find? When you went over there yourself, what did you find?
When I went over there, because I was invited.
And I'm telling you, you weren't. Listen to me. Hey, look at me. I don't want to hear I was invited again.
Okay, when I went over there, miss, I knocked on his door to see if he was home. He was supposed to be home.
Where was his car?
In front of his house.
So you knew he was home.
Okay, so I knocked on the door.
And he didn't answer the door.
No.
Hey, don't answer. Don't answer.
How'd you know someone was about to call me?
Don't even worry about it.
Hello?
It's me, you fucking goofy. Hang up the phone. See, that's why I can't even trust your thirsty ass. Your ass is ready to yap and giggle with whoever was on the phone.
Now, some of y'all might look at that as silly, but that was really a test of, like, if you're going to listen to me or not. I literally told you, don't answer the phone. You look at the phone, see it's a random number, and still disobey everything I just told you to do and answer it anyway. Just looking dumb. You couldn't wait to answer the phone to yap with whoever the fuck was on the other line. You don't even know what's going on yet, but yet I give you some type of information. You just listen to it, be like, fuck you, and what you said, I'm going to answer it anyway.
That's really what it is. Not listening, and they wonder why men don't want to be a part of their life. I already know, just by this basic and simple instruction, you're not going to listen to anything else. Hard-headed.
Early in my marriage, don't beat me up, ladies. I'll tell you why. My wife said to me one night, Sean, I left some food on the stove. I need you to put it away before you go to bed. Bet. She goes to bed. I go to the kitchen. There are 4 pots on the stove. I take each pot. I neatly put it in the refrigerator. She came down the next day and said, why did you put the pots in the refrigerator? Because you communicated, put the food away. I did what you said. What did she mean clean. Put it in Tupperware, saran wrap, aluminum foil. Said none of that. I grew up in a home. We put everything in the refrigerator. Pots, pans, with grease in them, bowls, cups. Everything went in the refrigerator. I couldn't read her mind. Now some of y'all say, oh, that's weaponized competence and you should have known. How should I have known? I was doing what I've always done. The point is, break it down. Specifically, with specificity, that word.
I'll step on a scale right now. Don't try me with that shit. If you have an ugly face, you're fucking ugly. And honestly, if you're short, you're uglier.
Short guys are not the move. If you're short, get some boosters in your shoes.
I call my husband daddy in the bedroom and sir when he's handling business. I am a wife, I am soft, and I am happier, wetter, richer, and more powerful than 99% of the so-called strong, independent women screaming at me online. Here's why. And the data that will never make you settle for a combative woman ever again. Fact number 1. Women who feel led have 4 times more orgasms. Archives of Sexual Behavior in 2022. This is 15,000 women, okay? Found that women in relationships where the man is the undisputed leader report 4 times more orgasms per week, 70% higher sexual satisfaction, and 3 times more likely to actually initiate the sex themselves. Imagine that. What does this translate to? When she doesn't have to be the man, her body finally relaxes enough to flood. Fact number 2, egalitarian marriages die fastest. A 20-year University of Norway study showed that couples who split chores 50-50 and take turns leading have a divorce rate 50% higher than those where the man clearly leads. Why is this? Because the polarity collapses, the tension dies, and the bedroom gets cold. Fact number 3, masculine leadership creates feminine surrender and insane loyalty. It's as simple as that. When a woman feels her man is fully in charge of direction and protection, her oxytocin, her pair bonding hormone spikes 300%. That is the same chemical that makes new mothers die for their babies. Give her that safety and she will burn cities before she ever betrays you. This is what real submission looks like in my house. He makes the money. I have some side hustles, but when my husband walks through the door, I am barefoot, voice soft, eyes up. I ask, how do you want me tonight, baby? He tells me, I obey. And I fly so high, I forget my own name sometimes because I'm not carrying the whole world. He is. Call it unfair, I call it balance. That's not weakness. It's the smartest trade that I have ever made. Men, stop dating women who hiss at the word submit. They are showing you that they never truly relax around you, that they will never give you that wild, devotional, ride or die love that you are craving. Find the woman strong enough to kneel, secure enough to call you a king without any sarcasm. That woman isn't broken. She is rare. She is peace, and she is the last 10 out of 10 that you are ever going to need. Protect her, lead her, own her, and watch her turn in your entire bloodline into legends. That's biblical. That's biological. That is the cheat code that has been erased. So take it back.
These strong, independent women, she's right. These women are miserable. I know they say that they've got the most money in the world, but once again, we see, I think there was a woman that she's a psychologist. She's married. I think she's a feminist too. She said, these modern women, they're miserable. These strong, independent women, these boss babes, girl bosses, they're miserable. Let me tell you how I know. They're in my office every single week talking about how lonely they are.
I ain't gonna lie. Once I learned how to shut the up in a relationship, like, it just got easier. Like, that's one thing I give to the men. Like, y'all was right. Like, sometimes we just need to shut up. And, yeah, I get what I want when I just listen and shut up. Even if you're wrong, I just shut up. I just shut up now. La 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 la. Like, I just play this tune in my head until he's done. And he thinks I'm listening and he thinks he's right. But, you know, it's all right. Just shut up. It goes a long way, ladies.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wait, what?
When she says she's lost the spark, that means that she can't go out partying every weekend and get drunk and act like a fool. And she can't sleep around with every Tom, Dick and Harry because she's got to look after a kid. So basically what she's saying is that she misses the streets. You can take the girl out of the streets, but you can't take the fucking streets out of her. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what woman you choose, because that woman is going to be the mother to your children. Stay woke in these streets like Big Brr.
And as you can see, acting a darn fool. But they want people, men, to take care of this. They want men to wife. I mean, you're sitting here talking about how your life is terrible, and you want a man to be happy to take care of you, and you're not happy to take care of children. You're not happy to take care of anybody else. I mean, God dog, if a baby can't get your love, then who can? That also looks like newborn parents tired. She looks like she's tired, sleepy.
Men are not that complicated.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's what women don't get. You got to make sure your man is good internally, because the world beat them up every day. And there's somebody calling, especially if the man making some money, everybody calling, can I get this, can I get that? But nobody stopped to say, how is your day? Good morning, good afternoon. Simple shit like that means the world to men.
$1 billion.
Simple shit. Y'all want to fuck a few bitches, but y'all want somebody that genuinely love you. So when you get me in your life, motherfucker, I'm going to love the shit out of you.
If modern women can get this through their heads, if they can really understand this, there's no telling how fast they could get a man. Once you realize there's not a lot of complication, it's straightforward, it's blunt, it's going to be really, in my opinion, it's going to be a lot easier to get a man.
You know what I'm starting to realize about a lot of y'all professional victims? Y'all fight or flight check engine light is on and y'all refuse to acknowledge it, and I don't know why. Your discretion is advised.
Oh, I love you. I love you. Party. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Y'all know wiener dog?
It is.
Have fun with your baby.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You need to walk your dog. It is 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And instead of officially doing that, you are sitting in the middle of a sidewalk. You propped your phone up to record yourself or record a TikTok or whatever it is at 2 a.m. You are playing more with your dog than you are walking your dog. Let's just start there. But you end up seeing someone at the corner of your eye. He sees you, you see him. It is 2 a.m. and your fight or flight has not kicked in for whatever reason because you did not move a fucking muscle. You didn't stand up. You didn't grab your dog and walk away. You didn't do anything. You just sat there. If you were actually in true danger, it's over with. You can't run away because you're sitting down. And two, you got your back facing the fucking street where the guy is. Now, he's at a distance because I can hear it in the video. But he says something to you along the lines of, hey, is that a wiener dog? You say, yeah, I love my dog, whatever. Okay, cool. He says, all right, well, enjoy your dog. And he goes about his business. You do know it is 2 a.m., so he could be just as afraid of you as you are of him. And if you ask me, if I'm walking outside at 2 a.m. and I see a random woman sitting in the middle of a sidewalk, yeah, my fight or flight is starting to kick in. Because that is not normal behavior for human beings at 2 in the motherfucking morning. And here's another thing. People don't realize, but people strike conversation to cut tension, especially when it's dark out. It's no different from walking down a dark path and you see someone coming in the opposite direction. When y'all get close enough, you give them a little head nod. Just acknowledge them. It's the same concept, just to see how they react to what it is that you are doing. Your fight or flight in that moment is telling you, nigga, we don't know what this is going to be. Do something about it. And so in order to not overreact, you either strike a conversation, you give a little head nod, you wave, whatever. So he's walking out at 2 a.m. You are in the middle of a sidewalk at 2 a.m. He gets close enough to say, oh shit, it's just a woman with her dog. So you know what? Let me strike up a conversation. That way she knows I'm of no danger to her. I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on because she was sitting down in the middle of a fucking sidewalk at 2 a.m. But somehow, some way, it was about him or things that men should not do. Nah, sweetheart. I think what you should do is be more aware of your surroundings, number one. If you're going to walk your dog at 2 a.m., do that. And just that. 3, stop trying to frame people when you put them in a very awkward situation as well. And 4, please understand that your awkward behavior can put people in really uncomfortable situations as well. Y'all keep the change.
I don't get mad if a woman be like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Well, I love you so much, I want you to be happy even if you're not with me. Blessings on your journey. I don't chase, I replace.
You can chase a woman sometimes.
That's a game. I'm not about to chase nothing. I don't want nothing that don't want me.
But women say things they don't mean sometimes.
That's cool. But they got some real women out here that say everything they mean.
Why would the world ever be run by men?
Because men are your enforcement mechanism of society. They are able to literally physically enforce the laws that they enact. If you have a leader that's physically weaker than you, and when they say there's laws and they can't maintain them, your civilization falls apart. That's why there are more patriarchies than there have ever been matriarchies.
Like, what sense does that make? Better yet, why are women not being treated like the goddesses that we are?
You're not a fucking god. You're a human that bleeds like everyone else. Women fought for equality, meaning that women and men are supposed to be treated the same, not you being treated like a superior fucking being.
We literally make people.
A sperm and an egg collide, grow and turn into a child, you push it out. You're not making the baby. The baby is making itself and it's feeding off of you to build itself. That's how that works. A process that monkeys, dogs, cats do does not make you a god. And you need the male component to create the process.
Need I say more than that?
Yes, you definitely need to say more than that, because getting banged out and then doing your biological job doesn't make you a god. If you're annoying and think that you're entitled to things, you're just annoying and feel entitled to things. What are you actually worth besides the thing any other woman can do?
Let me just say this. Stop crying over that. Stop losing your mind over that. Stop losing sleep over that. You know she was a liar. You knew she was a cheater. You knew she was deceiving you. It all came to the light. You tried to turn the red flags pink. You tried to turn them white. It did not work, my boy. You know why? Because she was never going to change her ways. She was always going to be a liar, a cheat, a deceiver, a manipulator. She was always going to use those behaviors towards you because she wasn't serious about you. I'm just saying, make it make sense. You knew who she was. She showed up and showed you who she was, and you cared so much about her that you sat up there and gave that bitch a pass. Fuck that. Get back to you. Get back to your confidence. Get back to your businesses. Get back to everything that matters to you. Bitch is long gone emotionally. She been gone. She been out the door. You sit up here self-sabotaging. You sit up here manipulating yourself, trying to hang on to this. She don't want you. You know she don't want you. Stop calling that. Stop texting that. Stop DMing her. You trying to get at her through all these different angles. You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck her. Fuck.
Hey man, like she said, get back to what you was doing. Get back on the grind. Get back on that bike. She wasted a lot of time. She wasted a lot of money. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Get back on that bike. Start pedaling again. You got it.
Summer Walker has said the following on the podcast. If you ride or die for a man, you will indeed die. And a woman looks stupid for doing so. What are your thoughts on that?
I could agree with what she said to a certain extent. A nigga will lead you straight to the ground, like if you follow the wrong nigga or if you let him lead. But that's why females need to not be so quick to jump into it with niggas. Like, motherfuckers don't take the time to get to know people. You think you knew somebody after a month or two or something like that, and then they switch up and you like, damn, I thought you was this, but you ain't really this. You that. Like,
a woman can have a baby and let a nigga hit raw and choose to have the baby before she realizes that he a fuck nigga.
Yes.
Bullshit. Debbie, you had at least to the first trimester to figure it out. You ain't know in the first 90 days this nigga won't gonna be an ain't shit father. You didn't fucking get the goddamn memo when his ass told you he didn't want to be a daddy. You ain't fucking goddamn get the clues when that nigga stopped. Why you triggered? It's not your turn to talk, Savvy. That's your problem now. Fact of the matter is, man, y'all need to choose better. A broke nigga can't be a fucking rich nigga for too long. A goddamn fuck nigga can't seem to be a husband for too long. That nigga might be able to tap with his homeboy car for a couple of days, but ain't no fucking way. Y'all are getting these full-blown relationships with these fuck niggas and not knowing that they fuck niggas. No, that nigga had some money and you needed it. That nigga had some good dick and you wanted it. That nigga had light eyes and you liked it. That nigga had good hair and you was feeling it. That's what it be. Choose better. Stop blaming us. there's some good niggas out here, but y'all don't pay them no attention.
It's not real life. People are living a fake life on Instagram and their reality is trash. That's not the dream. The dream is, who can you be bored with? Who are the people that you literally could do nothing with and actually enjoy their company? Who are the people that you want to go have fun with and not in a way that needs to be posted on social media? Sit on a rocking chair, watch Netflix, lay in the bed, sit by the pool, dancing in the living room, laughing, playing games, testing one another. Like, there are so many fun things that you can do with your partner. And if you can't do those things, and that's why friendship is so important, how are you going to keep it spicy?
I'm a church minister and I have a BBL. I would describe my look, I would say I'm like Black Barbie, the baddest. I became a church minister when I was 28. I didn't decide to become a church minister. God called me to become a church minister. I haven't always been religious. It kind of just started to align to my purpose and who I was at that time.
There's a particular group of African American women who have learned how to walk inside of darkness for extensive periods of time, right? The wrong things that they adhere to, or just like doing, that may go against the general conscience. This particular group of African American women have learned how to disable their conscience and do those things anyway, by learning how to believe lies that they tell themselves to justify their wrongdoings. So now they're able to walk in wrongness for longer periods of time. And the longer they walk inside of wrongness, the more it tears them up. And you can see it in their actions and their behaviors when you see them doing things that you think anybody should know better than to do, right? That's them exercising their ability to believe whatever they tell themselves. And the better they get at believing whatever they tell themselves, the longer they're able to walk inside of wrongness and do worse things until they resemble something that will do just about anything and make excuses for it as they do it. These are the women who have learned how to let wrongdoing flow through them effortlessly without feeling bad about it, which is why you're seeing so many men find out children that they've raised for 25 years are not theirs. To us, that's crazy, mind-blowing, insane. But when you catch this woman, her response is, why did you go get my baby tested in the first place? Right? Back to the streets with her.
I mean, why would you even have that? The Bible talks about going away, getting away from vanity, getting away from putting all of the attention on you. These modern women, I'm telling you, why don't God send me a man? Because you don't even follow God's direction. Man.
The same way you want a man to keep you in your feminine energy because you're in your soft girl era and so on and so forth. I think it's the same thing that should be reciprocated to a man, keeping him in his masculine energy, allowing him to be a man and make mistakes and do the things that he deems is right for your relationship. So often you women want to correct your man every time he does something because you think that your way is right, not allowing him to be a man and make those decisions on himself. And because he doesn't want to argue and he doesn't want to do anything, he just shuts down and lets you just have it. Allow a man to make a mistake just because you might know the right way. Allow his way to happen first because you don't know where that might end up. Even if you think it's wrong, it's not up to you to dictate. That is a man. Keep him in his masculine energy so that you can stay in your feminine energy. The best version you get of a man is when you're the best version of yourself and you act like a woman, because then he wants to do more. He's thinking of more ways to make you happy because of the excitement that you bring him. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong, but I think this is right. Tighten up.
Women do pick criminals. Criminals are more men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce. I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So
Okay,
especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest,
I don't think you know anything about the black community. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up, and for what reason I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. You're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say,
in particular, yeah.
Excuse me, no, that is not the case at all for black women.
A few moments later.
Hey, babe. All right, say what you just said to me.
I said that men care more about respect than we do love. Period. Like, that's simple. I don't know why that's such a big deal.
Kind of drops the biggest bomb, like a little bit.
There is nothing more important to a man than being respected by the woman he loves. Nothing. Love and all the other stuff that a lot of people talk about. The principal feeling that a man needs from his woman is respect. Because if a man is with a woman who respects him, everything else is going to fall into line. How she treats him, how she speaks to him, her tone, what she acts like when he ain't there. You understand? The woman who doesn't like give a listening ear to an interested man, to another interested man, is a woman of character and a woman who respects who she's with. Okay? And that's what's irreplaceable. When a man finds a woman who respects him, who supports him, who's there for him, he ain't going nowhere. And that's why a lot of times you may see a man with a woman and the optics aren't there. That's why. Now, there are a lot of younger men who may not know what I'm saying now to be able to verbalize it like this, but that's a part of it. Men could care less about love more so than how we value respect. Now, you're going to have your anomalies. You're going to have your soy boys out there saying, I disagree. But the men out there, they know that. Because when respect is there, everything falls into place. Because you can't do nothing with a woman who doesn't respect you. That's what a lot of guys are finding. That's like a lot of guys are finding women who may be attractive, they sexy, they this, they that. They're educated, but they don't respect them. And that's why a lot of guys check out, because the respect is not there. I'll give you anything you want, and one of the reasons why is because one thing that I never doubt about you is how you respect me, because of how you treat me, how you talk to me, your tone, your desire for me to be happy. All of that doesn't tie into love. That ties into respect. You know, I'm not saying you're afraid of me, but it bothers you when I'm unhappy.
Yeah, definitely.
It bothers you when I'm not going to be content. That's respect that you have for me. So as far as I'm concerned, you ain't never got to worry about nothing, because I know that having that in you is something that I can't go out and replace tomorrow. Not that I want to.
Of course.
You understand what I'm
saying?
Of course. But absolutely. Men, love, that's overrated to men.
All right.
Who do I respect? Who respects me? And that's what we want.
Oh.
It's love language. It's one love language. Respect. That's the man's. It's one page. Respect.
Respect. All right. Thanks, babe.
And it's as simple as that. A lot of men will take respect over love any day. Doesn't mean that I don't want love, but if you don't respect me, then it's clear to me that you don't love me. And modern women, a lot of the times cannot comprehend that.
This is when you should take a woman serious. When she shows you that she is 100% for and about you in the relationship that she wants to build with you. 100%. She is 100% cooperative, 100% submissive to you, and showing you that she's ready for you to lead and guide her and be the man in her life. When she's showing you that by her actions, not her words, that's when you take her serious. Y'all let women box y'all into a corner. Oh, I'm ready for a relationship, but she half-assing you. She flaky. She causing you problems. She borderline disrespectful. And so now, because you don't want to lose access to the sex and a little bit of validation she give you, she get to box you into a relationship. But then she don't have no incentive to even act right. You don't take a woman serious until she's 100% on your program, till she's 100% respectful, loving you, and 100% committed to doing right by you, and 100% committed to building the relationship. When you see that she's 100% committed to building a relationship, building your foundation, pouring into you, pouring into the relationship, she's 100% committed to that, that's when you take her serious. Anything other than that is boo-boo.
Don't do anything, please. I mean it. Like, I really mean it.
I told you for the millionth time, I don't want to do nothing, bro. I don't want your account. I don't want you to block no one. I don't even want you 6 feet from me, girl. I want you to pack your things. You're going home. That's it. That's it. There's not much to talk about. There's not much to talk. You lost me honestly like about an hour ago because I ain't fucking stupid. You wanted to talk, we're talking, and I'm talking calmly with you. I'm asking you to pack your things.
Keep your head up, kings.
No. I'm sorry. There's nothing you could say to me that you can do for me. There's nothing you could do for me.
I could block them. I could even call them right now.
No.
Please.
Sorry, please. No.
Please.
This is what's gonna happen. Look, I get it. Look. Stop it, girl. Get the fuck off your knees. Please. I'm not
keep talking.
asking you to beg me for nothing. Because I was willing to do anything and everything for you. Really. I really was. Because I brought you out here. Like, that's already...
Stop. Please, no. It was my fault.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
No.
Please forgive me.
That's fine. I'll forgive you. But I damn sure won't forget an hour ago.
Please stop.
No, bruh. Look, you just have to roll the fuck up and accept that you fucked up. That's it.
Yes, I'm accepting it.
Okay.
Please.
You act like shit like that don't come with consequences. Nah, I'm not gonna fucking flip your shit right now. I'm being nice. I'm telling you to pack your things. I'm gonna take you to the airport. I'm gonna even get you a flight.
Yo, this is ridiculous. I'm not being funny. When you said you was coming through, I thought you was coming dolo solo, or I didn't think you was gonna bring your kid with you.
I'm a package deal.
I understand that, but on the first day?
First of all, I'm not going to nobody's house that I don't know. And then bringing my kid? Girl, what kind of mama is you?
Yeah.
On the first day?
Yeah.
Are you
So
serious?
therefore, you're going to sit here and be complaining, oh, she stood me up, oh, she couldn't come, oh, this, that. Well, shit, he a baby. What is he going to be interfering? What is he going to be doing?
Girl, if you don't have no babysitter, you shouldn't been taking your ass nowhere. You need to be sitting your ass at home with that baby because ain't no date that important.
Oh, hell no. I don't. This.
It's okay, baby.
It's okay. He's over there hitting up my furniture and kicking shit.
He not breaking nothing.
Now put her ass out immediately.
And I guess you bring him saying I'm definitely gonna get into that because you brought your little one with you.
It's the first day. Why would you think that you would be getting some anyway?
It's the first day. Why would you bring your kid with you? It's the same scenario.
Not?
Why not?
Why not? You asked to see me. You knew I had a kid. I couldn't find a sitter, so therefore I just decided to bring him. I didn't think it was going to be an issue.
Girl, is you crazy? Y'all bring y'all kids around any and everybody. That's a goddamn shame.
You didn't think it was going to be an issue, you bringing your child to a man's house on the first effing day?
No, I didn't.
You and this child are annoying.
That's rude.
That's rude?
Yes.
What? Oh, hell no. Oh, no. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Okay.
That is such a turnoff. And sir, why the hell you even let her in? I would have peeped out that peephole and never opened that goddamn door when I seen that baby.
You know what I've noticed? Women do not want providers for real. They want immature men with money. Yeah. They want men who base their status off of how much money they have in their wallets. They want men who lead with their wallets. They do not want a man to genuinely be a provider in their lives. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Because let's think about it. When we go onto social media now, we talk to any of the young girls now, what they talking about? He got to have some money. He got to have some bread. He got to pay for this. He got to do my nails. He got to do my hair. I'm not going on the first date unless he dropped $200, $300, $400, $5 million on me. There's nothing said about character. There's nothing said about integrity. There's nothing said about ambition. There's nothing said about goals. It's just how much money does he have? And the men who lead with their wallets are typically the men who have nothing going for themselves because they reel you in financially. They know that that is the most attractive thing about them. And because they know that's what they can offer, and you guys have made it abundantly clear that that's the only thing that you're looking for, they're winning. They're going to always come out on top. And then when you're in that relationship, because a lot of y'all are lover girls at heart, like, let's call it what it is. You want to listen to the Shara Sevens and all of this, and you want to be a gold digger and a sugar baby, and you only with a man for money, but that's not really who you are. You want the relationship. You want the love. You want the commitment, right? You want the reassurance. You want the emotional connection. But see, when you don't get that, you're mad. Men are this and men are that. No, baby. You wanted the nigga with some money, right? You don't feel safe with them. You don't feel secure with them. You don't feel like you can actually build a future with them. Because again, they know you have taught them. And like I said a million times, if y'all want men to be different, you have to be different. And what happens is women in general, or women in this category at least, has taught men exactly what they want. Exactly what they need. So they don't have the need to build character or integrity or any of the other moral things that will be really important, like in a person that you're going to spend your life with, right? Or in a person that you're going to at least invest in for some period of time. So you get the lame nigga with money and stick with that. Don't complain about that, because that's what y'all said that y'all wanted. When you grow and expand your mind and develop and put time into yourself and your train of thought, and get off of social media and stop listening to all these bitter women on social media who are either trying to get your money or they themselves have not been able to attain the love that they wanted, and so now they flipping the script. When you actually invest that time, you will find a man who will give you his last. You will find that generous man. You will find a kind man. But you have to be the woman that is deserving of that. And the woman who's deserving of that is not looking for lame men who lead with their wallets. Stay safe.
A lot of these modern women are getting bamboozled. They know they're going to get bamboozled. They know that they're walking into a trap, but they don't care. As long as you pay me, as long as I get a Coach bag out of it, as long as you get me some Louis slippers or whatever out of it, I'm Gucci. I'll just go to my therapist, heal that way, and then when I'm about 35, 40, I'll dump all of that was supposedly healed on a good man, on an unsuspecting man, on a simp.
Let's have a moment of silence for every man who tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay, bow your head with me, please. There we go.
As a corn star, I have a question for all the men out there. Why is it the very same people that watch us and watch our content, the same ones that hate us and talk the most crap about us? Is it because you can't get with us in real life?
No. It's the same reason I go to the Bulls game every week and walk out pissed off. Because we can't get a championship out you hoes.
Zorha Mamdani is a great example of the great feminization. Here we can see that 83% of young women voted him in, as well as his announcement that he has an all-female transition team. To some, that's empowerment, but to others, it's a very strange cultural shift, and political scientist Helen Andrews calls it the great feminization. Let me explain. Andrews argues this isn't about left or right, it's actually psychological. Once women become the majority inside an institution, the rules of behavior change. What does that mean? Competition gives way to consensus, confrontation to emotional harmony, etc., and she tracks this with hard numbers. Law schools turned majority female in 2016. Law firm associates crossed 50% in 2023. The New York Times staff went majority female in 2018, now roughly at 55%. Women became the majority of college-educated workers in 2019, and by 2023, they were the majority of college instructors. The psychology field was once male-dominated, now it's down to less than 20%. And Andrews states that each of these tipping points reshapes the institution at its core. In her speech, and I quote, "The rule of law will not survive the legal profession becoming majority female." What's her reasoning? Well, she says that the law depends on cold consistency, precedent over empathy, and she claims women are trained to consider context and fairness before the actual rules and laws. She warns that when feeling outweighs principle, the system bends to sentiment instead of justice. About the media, she wrote, "A feminized press seeks consensus rather than confrontation. When newsrooms fill with people avoiding offense, truth-telling starts to sound like aggression. The mission drifts from investigating power to validating audiences." When it comes to academia, she claims feminized academia treats disagreement as aggression. Universities built for debate now prioritize psychological safety. She calls that the moment when learning turns into therapeutic affirmation, when the pursuit of truth gives way to the management of feeling, then the core of academia, what the hell is the point anymore? For politics and bureaucracy, she adds, where masculine institutions prize hierarchy and rule, feminine ones prize process and consensus. What's the result? Well, endless meetings, fewer risks, slower decisions, governance that feels like nurturing but achieves much, much less. Fundamentally, it adds that men and women are both wired very differently. And when an institution is predominantly female, it is not actually built for results and truth, but rather nurture, care, and empathy. So as for Mamdani's crew, I mean, it fits the narrative, right? It fits Helen's argument. His base is overwhelmingly young, educated women. It reflects the same institutional culture that Andrew subscribes. His politics became less adversarial and more emotional. The goal shifts from managing policy to managing feelings. So whether you agree or disagree with Helen, she's asking one question you can't dodge. What happens to a civilization when how we feel matters more than what's true?
And it's funny because I was looking at an article or something like that. An article had quoted him, and somebody asked him, I thought it was kind of a stupid question to ask somebody that's trying to run a city. Like, what do we care about this question? But essentially what they asked is it a woman's responsibility? Now listen here. Is it a woman's responsibility to help men resolve help resolve the loneliness, the male loneliness epidemic or crisis? This foolishness has made it all the way to the mayor of New York City or whatever he is. It's made it all the way up there. Instead of trying to cure what y'all want in terms of housing, in terms of starvation, homelessness, this is the type of stupidity that you're worried about. Number one. Number two, like an idiot, he said it's not women's responsibility to resolve this. Is it their responsibility to help resolve? Not is it their responsibility to 100% resolve? Is it their responsibility to help? This is what I'm saying. Modern culture, modern society continues to let women off the hook. If y'all are talking about helping people who are, well, first of all, and this is the point that my wife kind of made, it's a lot of people out there that are lonely. Number one. Number two, even if we're just talking about men, it is your responsibility to help humanity. Just like you say, it's a man's responsibility because it's another human to be generous and help protect. So you're telling me it's not a woman's responsibility to lend an emotional hand to somebody who's struggling emotionally, but it's a man's job to lend a physical hand? In some instances, for him to literally lend his physical, like his actual life. But you can't even listen to me for about 20, 25 minutes. You can't even listen to me for an hour. I give you my life and I can't even get 20 minutes out of you. Really? What kind of life is that to live? So the next time, and you're hearing this, the next time a man steps back and he hears, oh, well, men need to help. Where were all the men at? You saw her getting attacked. Why are no men helping? Why would I? Y'all don't want to help me. Y'all don't want to assist me. Y'all told me I'm not lonely enough. Well, apparently, what I'm looking at, you're not strong enough. Get back in the weight room. That's your fault to handle. You want me to handle my problems, I'm going to let you handle yours. Sounds callous, doesn't it? Sounds harsh, doesn't it? That's exactly the way your silly behind sounded when you said that.
This study is going to blow your mind.
They did a study in the UK, and the conclusion from this study is so strange you may not even believe it, but swear, check it out, research it, it is real. So they had mother and father lay in bed with their newborn or their young child, and they were testing the reaction to different sounds. Well, when the baby cries, the mother's, a healthy mother will wake up and tend to the baby with its distress call, which says, I need attention here. But the father sleeps through it. Now everyone knows, yes, usually the guy sleeps through the crying baby. The mom wakes up a bunch of times in the night, and that is true. However, different sounds make the father tend to wake up more often, and the mother sleeps through it. Such as, when the sound of rustling leaves was made outside the window, the father is more likely to wake up to it while the mother sleeps through it. And this is believed to be due to the hormone called vasopressin, which works like the love and bonding hormone, but it produces a different type of care behavior, defensive aggression, the protectorate role. Basically, the hormone that makes guys want to protect their family from a potential predator.
Men were made to be the protectors of their families. This is not new information. Humanity has known this since, well, Adam. But in today's culture, the masculine traits that define men are just fading. They're being demonized. Toxic masculinity, as they like to call it. A study from 2020 found that between 1999 and 2016, men's testosterone levels have dropped from an average of 605 nanograms per deciliter to 451 nanograms per deciliter. That is a massive decline. But why? Well, sure, a good chunk of it is probably all the crap that we put into our bodies, but it's also cultural. We're told to live comfortably, reject traditional roles, embrace our feminine side, and chase pleasure. Party, get drunk, sleep around, avoid what's hard, and only do what's easy.
Okay, so yes, I most definitely wanted to address this. I was scrolling on Threads because y'all just really be speaking your minds on that damn app. Oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway, this came up and she says most happily married women say they would never remarry. That should tell you everything you need to know about marriage. I just think that's such an interesting perspective, and to take that in such a negative way is so interesting because we're going to do some discussing, okay? Okay, so as a married woman, I wholeheartedly feel the same way. Like, I really need my husband to last my entire lifetime. This is what I need to happen because I don't want to remarry because I feel like I have found my person. I feel like I cannot see myself having this bond, this chemistry, this investment in anybody else. Especially how y'all thinking, right now between men and women. Oh, hell no. Okay. So I know what I got, and I know I got something good. So yeah, I cannot see myself remarrying because I think I have found my person. Okay. So me and my husband are getting ready to celebrate 10 years of marriage, but we've been in each other's lives, for about 17, 18 years. We just been married for 10. Okay. So my point is, a lot of times when, well, I can't say a lot of times because I can't speak for everybody, but under this post, though, it was so many wives that came and said the same thing that I'm saying. It's not that we hate marriage or we feel miserable. No, we love being married. We love our husbands. We love our spouses to the point where we can't see ourselves being with anybody else. And we don't even think right now, especially the way that y'all think, the single folk, I can't see anybody else that would be marriage minded enough to be able to handle what comes with being married. So it's not a negative thing. When we say we can't see ourselves remarrying, it's simply because we found our person. That is literally our best friend. Like, we can't see ourselves being with nobody else, nor do we want to be with anybody else typically. And I'm not changing my name. I know, women bring that up. Well, why would you keep the last name? Well, if we're on good terms and we're doing the death do us part situation, I don't want to have to change my name again. My name is always going to match my kids' names, period. So, when you get married, you look at it from a long haul, but it's not from a negative perspective why we would never remarry. It's because we don't think we would be able to find someone like we have now. We know we got something good and we are enjoying it, while it lasts. And one more thing, for her to say that, if you look at statistics, those people that get married and they get, divorced, they have a tendency to remarry within the next 5 years. Men are typically a little higher in doing that than women, but women are definitely up there as well. You kind of like being married to a certain degree, but nonetheless, you're more prone to remarry if you've been married before.